Hey guys, Joe here, and I wanted to make a semi-serious video today. I know I don't normally do that. I normally make, like a car review video or a game review video or pickup video, things like that. But I wanted to touch on the reason that I do this. And it's kind of a weird story, so please bear with me. I'll be as non flighty as I can with it. And sorry, this chair is finally about to break. I've never really gone too much into my backstory besides one video I did where I was just in such a bad mood that I was just ranting, raving, calling people names. I didn't delete that video, but I did make it private because it doesn't need to be seen by people, but I don't want to lose it either. So let me go into my backstory a little bit. I'm not going to go too much into my family history because that's not really necessary, but I'll go a bit into my history because I'm pretty much an open book in that regards. Now, when I was in my 20s, I was hiding everything from everybody, which kind of led to a lot of my problems. But I was always a smart aleck. I've always been smaller than most people until I turned 18. Believe it or not, you see me now, I'm 6'4", but when I was 18, I was 5'8". Wasn't that big a guy. I just put on a lot of weight, and my body reacted by shooting up instead of just getting fatter. So, yeah, I've spent the better part of a decade trying to lose all that weight that I put on. I wouldn't say trying. Never really tried much. I just never really wanted to work out. Like a large number of people, a product of a broken home. Now, I'm not going to speak ill about my family. I'm not going to tell you any bad stories. I'm not going to do any of that. Let's just say that for years, the family thing was not for me. And even now, today, I see families that get along and it freaks me out. So, it is what it is. But the reason why I do these videos, number one, it's kind of a fun thing to release some energy. It allows me to make videos and talk about things that I want to. It also kind of allows me to come out of my shell a little bit because normally I go to work and I interact with people. I'm a sales manager. So I'm going to talk to people, I'm going to say hi, I'm going to shoot the stuff with them. But my goal at the end of the day with those people is to sell them a car. So I never have a real relationship with anybody in that respect. In my private life, I'm very, very private. I don't really hang out with people, even my friends, because I don't have a lot in common with a lot of people. I mean, I have a lot in common with a lot of different people, but I don't have what I would call an interest in other people. And again, that sounds horrible, and I've been trying to find a way to put that for about 20 years whenever anybody asks me why I am the way I am. But the best way I can put it is I like interacting, but I prefer to be alone. I go to the movies by myself, usually before I go and see a movie with friends because I want to watch the movie, but typically my friends want to talk. There's also the fact that I had a rough year and legs had been bothering me, my health had been bothering me, and it just kind of got to the point where every day I was just sitting there when I was by myself thinking, what the hell, man, this sucks. Everything sucks. I don't want to keep just sitting around and just dwelling in it. So I started making Vines. I started watching Vines and I liked them. They were short 6-second videos where I could be as stupid as I wanted to be. Yeah, there's people out there that do 6-second covers and things like that. But I wanted to be the guy who was just funny. Because I have a lot of sarcasm in me and I have a lot of anger at the same time, and I made stupid videos. In November of 2015, my legs got really bad. Got to the point where I potentially faced the very real chance of losing my legs, in equally strong chance that if I didn't allow them to operate on me that they would probably stay infected and kill me. I quit. I had the surgery on my feet, which I really didn't want to do, but it was either that or way downhill, because it put me out of work for 6.5 weeks, 7 weeks actually. So I went and stayed with my mother in Connecticut, and during that time, while sitting in bed for 24 and a half hours a day, I started watching a bunch of different YouTube videos. I mean, I've always watched YouTube, but I never like really watched YouTube. I used to watch it for information or one or two things or one or two series, but I started watching actual YouTubers and watching what they were doing, and some of what they were doing looked fun. It was video game hunting, video game room tours, car reviews, things like that. And as I'm laying there, and I was still doing Vines at this time, so keep that in mind, I was like, well, you know, I already make Vines, so why don't I try doing some of this stuff? So at the end of January in 2016, I put up my first video. I'd actually filmed it while I was out hunting, and I filmed my Welcome to Jiminy Vids video, which never actually sits on the front of the page because it's stupid, and I apologize. But that was the first YouTube video I ever made. Up until then, I was a very private person. Pictures don't really exist in me much before I started doing Vine. Other than a couple of arrest photos, to be completely honest with you. And there was, I don't know, positive feedback. The first video I put up got a like right away, and then I got a subscriber after my third video, so it was like, wow, this is kind of fun. And it also was a catharsis. I didn't realize at the time how cathartic it actually was. I just thought it would be something for fun. I could show off some stuff. Hey, look, I can find things. I'm pretty good at it. And it kind of snowballed. I started doing things. It got a little out of hand. By a little out of hand, I mean at one point I had like 100 DSs in various states of repair in my office. I mean, I still got 3 right now that I can see from, you know, looking right at a desk over there, as well as 2 sitting over here. So it's much more controlled, but still a little bit out of hand, but in a fun way. Because I've also been the type of person that if I want something, I go after it to the best of my ability. I'm not saying I'm the best at everything out there, but I'm pretty good at something when I put my mind to it. Look at my Thumper videos, and you can see that I put my mind to getting my car fixed. It got fixed, didn't cost me a penny out of pocket, and my insurance didn't go up. So I have the ability to get things done. So this is all over the place. It's a good thing I edit videos now, because when I first started, I had intentionally made them all one-shot videos, so hopefully when you're watching this back, I've edited it a little bit and it will make some more sense. When the time came for me to go back to work, I started looking. My feet had closed up, and I figured, what the hell, might as well get back into the car game, because when I'm healthy and when I'm selling cars, I'm able to make quite a bit of money. Problem was, I would only be able to work for 3-4 months, and then I'd go down for 2 months, and that was always the problem. So with that in mind, I wanted management position. So I called a few guys that I knew from the business. I got some interviews. There really wasn't anything in the management business opening up, so I was ready to take a position as a salesperson at a smaller dealership where I wouldn't have to do as much walking, when a friend of mine called up, offered me a job in an internet department. So I'd done internet department before when I was on medical restrictions, so I decided to do it. And for about 5 months, it was fine. It was able to pay the bills. It was doing okay. However, my coworkers that they were bringing in were subpar. Quite frankly, they were subpar. And it's the dealership that I made most of those car videos that you've seen at, and that's Ted Britt Chevrolet. And we're still on good terms. I left on good terms. But the people they were bringing in were costing me money, and that was a no-no. So I was getting more frustrated. Every month my commission check, even though my work was increasing, my paychecks were decreasing. And when that happens, it gets very hard to enjoy your position. So I went out with the express intention of either getting out of the field and just doing some other kind of management, or going someplace where I could walk in, sell 10 cars in 2 weeks, and basically sit back and enjoy the rest of the month, take it easy off my legs. And I mentioned to my buddy, hey, I'm really not happy at work, it's tiring, it's, sucky drive time, because even though I work farther now than I did before, I get there 45 minutes sooner. So he texts me back and says, hey, why don't you come work for me? I need a floor manager. Okay. Well, I haven't worked as a manager at a new car store ever. I basically was the sales manager, finance manager, wholesale manager, lot manager for an independent dealer who only dealt in second chance financing crappy cars. So that was a little bit new to me. So I went and talked to him, interviewed with the guy there, and it makes sense and it works for me, because this way I don't have to walk around quite as much. I still get the opportunity to sell, and my production directly affects my ability to get paid. So that's why I do it. And I'm happier. I have more money, I can pay my bills, I don't have to borrow money from my family, and it allows me to continue to make these videos. Now, I don't do this for a living. I'm not a YouTuber. There's two different types of people. There's YouTubers, Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, MotorTrend.com. They're technically a YouTuber because they have so many subscribers. There's lots of YouTubers out there. They make their living doing this. That's not me. Yes, I try to put up a video every day. For a while I was doing 2 a day, but that's no longer possible since I'm in a more of a management role. I don't have as much freedom to just walk out of the building and film a video. But with the limited time I do have, I do try to make videos. And I've made some as I've gone to pick up vehicles. I've made them when I've had a few minutes, and I'll continue to do that. I don't want to stop doing that, because you guys, the subscribers, are the reason why I keep making them. Obviously, if nobody ever commented, or I got no subscribers and I was sitting there doing these for nothing, there'd be no motivation for me. And again, it's not money, it's not anything in the long run. It's just fun, but I need to know that other people are enjoying this, because I can sit at home, talk to myself, and do the exact same thing. Instead, I've invested in an expensive computer, some video game software, cameras, things like that, even though I am shooting on my phone because my camera is dead. But you guys have basically helped me stay happy. And I just wanted to say thank you to you guys, because again, with the interactions that I have had with, of course there's going to be dislikes. Somebody's going to dislike something I say. That's just the way the world works. But for the vast majority, it's all been positive. You guys have been very supportive of my mistakes and understanding when I haven't been able to put up a video on time. And yeah, it's cool. I look forward to continuing to do this. For example, I have currently 75 subscribers. That's awesome. You know why? Because a week ago I had 48. So looking at the screen here, I have my TV sitting on the desk again. I have 162 videos, not counting this one and the other one I'm working on right now. So I have 163 videos out there, and I think that's quite a few, but it's not as many as I could have. So hopefully, as time goes on here, I'll be able to keep doing it, and you guys will like it, and then we'll all just kind of be buddy friends. So yeah, thank you guys so much for sticking with me, watching my videos, dealing with my idiocy and my lunacy, and I look forward to making many more videos. And sorry if this one was a bit of a downer, but every now and then I need to just kind of get something off my chest, and this was one of them, and I just wanted to put it out there. So thank you guys very much. I really appreciate all the support you guys have given me, and here's to another 6 months and another 100 and some videos. That'll be awesome. So till later, talk to you.